So we'll see what will happen with AMD, what they are announcing. Yeah, I go pee really quick and then I'll be there.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, radio 7800. Let's go.
AMD, let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome AMD President and CEO, Dr. Lisa Su.
Lisa.
Jeff Keighley was that in the con.
Welcome,
Yeah, it was loud.
welcome.
That's loud. What the hell?
How are you guys all doing?
Good audio.
All right, welcome
Why
to our
are they
next
so
Horizon
loud?
gaming event. This is like a phenomenal
the mic's
crowd.
speaking.
My right ear really
It's so
loves
good to see
Lisa
you all here
Su.
today in the theater at E3. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah, they're very uneven.
Okay, and thank you
Yep.
to all the gamers who are joining us on the live stream around the world.
Gamers.
We have an
Gamers.
incredible show for
It's
you
a
today.
she.
You know,
Lol.
E3 is an amazing place, and every year, millions of gamers look forward to seeing new games
Gamers.
and new gaming technology. And so we are just
Gamers.
super excited to be here today with you to unveil some of our newest and most important gaming technologies and partnerships.
Apparently during the
And
Twitch
we have a
Rivals
lot in
thing
store for
with,
you today.
on
We will be
Ubisoft,
joined
the
by the one
Yachty
and only
was
Jeff Keighley,
Lily.
so let's give him a
Yachty.
big
I don't know
round
how
of
to pronounce him.
applause.
Was dropping F and N words.
Of course.
What?
And we also have some amazing
Nice.
partners. You're going to see some
But
amazing
that
stuff
I did not watch
this
that.
afternoon. So let's go ahead and get started.
Me
Are you
neither.
ready? Okay, so look, as we just saw in the video, today is all about the question, what's next? Our goal at AMD is to push the envelope on technology, and the entire team is always asking, what's next? So, whether
AMD
it's
streaming
what's
software.
next in PCs, or what's next in consoles, or what's next in the cloud,
What's going on with them?
AMD
we're gonna show
broadcaster
you
software.
some really exciting
Or
stuff
studio, my
that
bad.
just answers that question of what's next. So, you've heard me say how much AMD loves gamers. Have you heard me say
Fast
that?
frame rates.
So we love you, and our goal is to give you exactly what you want. And, you know, the fact is, you're the smartest and most demanding tech guys in the world. Is that true?
Social and streaming. Cool.
So, you
I'm
expect
smart.
the best of everything. The highest possible frame rates, the best quality, the most incredibly responsive and immersive
Highest quality
experiences.
pixels.
And most importantly, these days, you want to be able to play and share and experience across every platform. And to deliver that incredible gaming experience, you actually need two things. you first need incredible breakthrough hardware. And in addition to that, you also need breakthrough games. And you need these two to really be optimized together to create that next level of gaming performance. And frankly, you know, sometimes the hardware gets a little ahead, and sometimes the software gets a little bit ahead. But it hasn't always been in sync across platforms when you play across PCs or consoles or the cloud. However, starting now, we're going to change that. We have the opportunity together with our partners to bring the best technology has to offer to gaming across hardware, software, and platforms. And that is our vision for gaming. Do you like that? So look, it's an incredibly exciting time for gamers everywhere. Just take a look across all of the most exciting platforms. When we think about gaming,
Hi, diddly ho,
graphics is at the
Shooterino.
heart of gaming, and AMD Radeon is truly everywhere. Just look
Oh
at
my
every
God.
category of the market, whether you're talking about PCs, or you're talking about notebooks, or desktops, or Macs, or game consoles, or the cloud, or now even mobile, with our new partnership between AMD and Samsung to power future mobile devices. We are making Radeon the most widespread graphics engine in gaming. And now, at AMD, I've told you, we're all about pushing the envelope. And to create the best technology, you frankly have to make very big bets. And sometimes you have to make those bets 3 to 5 years out. And this year in 2019, what you're seeing is the results of some of those big bets that we actually made 3 to 5 years ago. So look, we bet on 7-nanometer process technology for faster and more efficient silicon. We bet on these new engines, and these engines are incredible. Our new Zen 2 CPU core and our new RDNA graphics architecture. And frankly, we put these things
Timing out
together
everyone
in a
that
really
posts
smart way.
exclamation mark
With
claim.
technologies that give you
No.
great capability and flexibility.
Oh, get wrecked.
And so, just to give you a few examples of this technology in action, how many of you are PlayStation
Ooh.
fans?
Heck yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Next PlayStation.
So, last month, Sony announced that the next-gen PlayStation would be built around
Sony.
AMD's new gaming architectures. And we've
And
been
Xbox too.
working collaboratively with Sony over the last few years to build a
Don't be
custom
called
chip
Xbox 2.
based on the Zen 2 and the next-gen
Xbox
Radeon
One, 2.
architectures. And we are
Switch.
incredibly excited to partner with Sony to enable their vision of the next-generation console.
I'll be honest,
Now,
I like
you
the
also heard
Xbox
recently
controller more than
that
the
Google
PlayStation controller.
announced at this year's Game Developers Conference, Stadia, its new cloud
But I like the
streaming service.
PlayStation console
And
better
this
than the
is
Xbox
also
console.
powered by AMD Radeon GPUs. And you just heard a few days ago that Stadia will actually be available in November.
But there's
And we
Jan
look
now,
forward to
Luigi
seeing
Studio
what
Park.
that launch is going to be. It's
Luigi's
very, very
Studio
exciting.
Apartment.
Fire Emblem.
Now let me
oops,
ask,
all
since
waifus.
we are at a 3, how many of you caught the Xbox
Federation
event
Force 2,
yesterday?
hell yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Project Scarlet.
Imagine.
Totally action-packed. But what you heard from Phil
Intel's like, hey, can
Spencer
we
and the
also
Microsoft
like
team
help
is
out
they
with
announced
those
the
video game
next
consoles and whatnot? And then
amazing
AMD's like,
chapter in our partnership. The next generation.
And then
Xbox,
Nvidia's like, but
codenamed
you can have
Project
Nintendo,
Scarlet.
right?
Now, Project
with their
Scarlet is
5-year-old
powered by a
Tegra
custom
chip.
processor
Yeah.
co-engineered between our
I really
team
hope
and the
they're doing
Microsoft
something
team,
in the
with
Switch
one goal
Pro,
in mind,
some updates.
to deliver the ultimate
Jesus
gaming
Christ.
experience.
yeah,
And it
better
uses
have
our Zen 2
the
CPU
They should
core
collab with
and our
AMD.
next generation
Yeah.
Radeon RDNA gaming graphics architecture.
AMD just has
We're
the
absolutely
monopoly
thrilled
on the
to
stream
partner
market,
with the
on the
Xbox team
console market.
to enable their
Why not?
vision
If Intel
for
is
the
not
future
keeping
of
up, why
gaming.
not?
So
Yeah, Intel and Nvidia
that's a
together.
lot of platforms to
Yeah.
be excited about. We're really excited about them.
Yeah, that's
but
just
as
also
excited
advantage of
ours as
AMD.
we are about
They
those
have both
platforms,
GPUs and
AMD
CPUs.
loves the PC
I mean, if the
platform.
new Ryzen processors are actually that good as they say, then Intel has no chance.
So look, for
Hmm.
all of you who love PCs and love building your own gaming rigs and
Because AMD
love
is cheap
the
and
best of
expensive.
technology,
especially
today
in
is
comparison
for you.
to like their
Yeah.
high-end Intel one to the Ryzen 3000s. The high-end
We're
Ryzen
introducing today what I would
Jesus.
call the ultimate gaming platform. And we're the only company in the world that can really bring
Ultimate
you
gaming
the
platform,
best
PC.
in both CPUs and GPUs. And it's frankly
So
an
you mean the
incredibly
newer
exciting
generation of
time for
consoles
us
as well,
as
because
the
they're basically
industry,
PCs?
because we're introducing the brand new 3rd gen Ryzen desktop processors.
They went from being consoles to PCs.
And the brand new Radeon RX 5700 series graphics cards. Woo!
Ooh. Oh yeah.
All right, let's go
Red.
ahead and get started with Ryzen, please.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. Ryzen to the top. All these plungers.
Don't bend them.
Oh my god.
You hit them.
Is this pre-rendered footage?
Live encoded.
Ray tracing! Heck yeah.
Yeah, the new console is supposed to support ray tracing too. That's the thing. So it could actually be broadly used now, and not like a niche.
Are you guys excited about 3rd gen Ryzen?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have to
Yeah.
say, the anticipation around 3rd gen Ryzen is really impressive, okay? You guys are amazing. I mean, we were pretty excited at the 1st gen Ryzen launch, right? Weren't those
How do
great
people
products?
so many streams and people ignore AMD?
And we actually
AMD
love the
stuff is so
2nd
big.
generation
Uh-huh.
Ryzen just as much. But when I read the
normies.
comments from you guys and the
Fucking normies.
anticipation on Reddit or Twitter or across the forums about 3rd generation Ryzen, it's truly spectacular to see the excitement in the community. So our goal is very, very simple. Our goal is to give you the best CPU for every gamer. And it all starts with the CPU core, the engine. So we are so proud of Zen 2. Zen 2, our architects just did an amazing job. It is just incredible engineering. And when you just take a look at the specs, I'll just give you a couple. 15% instructions per clock uplift. Double the cache size for lower memory latency for faster gaming. And double the floating point, which is really great for creative workloads. And if you think that we're really
Teraflops.
proud
She
of the
just
Zen 2
really
engine,
gave
when we
creative
bring
work.
this
Hell
over to the
yeah.
product side,
That's good.
it's fantastic. Just take a look at this stack.
3950X?
4/24
There's
thread.
a-
So
supposed
we
to
are
be a 16
extremely
core, though.
excited about our 3rd generation Ryzen 7 and Ryzen 9
only
stack. And if you
$500.
think about it, Ryzen 7 processors,
Oh, yeah.
8
That's
cores,
pretty
16
sick.
threads.
Super fucking impressive.
We have the new flagship Ryzen 9 3900X, which is the first 12-core processor for mainstream gamers.
Wow.
3950 showed off.
Full core.
Leaked.
And what you really see here is leadership across the board at every single price point. That was our goal. So let me just show you a little bit of the numbers, okay? Let's just start at the top of the stack and see how 3900X stacks up against the competition. All right, what we're comparing now
Intel.
is the 3900X against the competition's Core i9 9920X, which, by the way, is a $1,200 processor.
Yep.
And this is 12-core to 12-core comparison. And what you see is that the 3900X wins by 14% in single-threaded performance.
Sick. AMD was always weaker than Intel.
We also win in multi-threaded performance.
Yeah.
People
And all of
are
this
fucking
is at
out of their
105
minds at that
watts.
presentation, dude. Look at how fucking hyped they are. From the chairs
that-
and shit.
Nah,
Already
that's-
More
ordering
performance,
one.
Less power, and by the way,
a lot of those
less
in the
than
front
half
rows. A
the
lot of
price.
those had AMD shirts. So that's like the praise probably.
I
Please.
was sarcastic.
Now,
brother.
I know some
Yeah,
of
but
you
like-
have
no one
also
fucking
been wondering,
hyped about this.
just how does the 3900X perform in games,
Interesting, though.
right?
In technical.
So let me show you.
Oh,
Let me show you first some data.
Yeah.
And here
Gamers
we
aren't
compare
really
the
hyped for this.
3900X again.
I am,
Oh, yeah.
because
now
I'm
versus
definitely
the
looking into
9900K.
switching.
Okay, and this is
Yeah.
across some of the top AAA gaming titles. This is in 1080p, so that we can really stress
Don't
the
get me wrong, I
CPU.
love that they're there,
And
but
what you just see
is
is
E3 really the
incredible
best place to
performance for these titles. Very high frame rates.
I mean-
Essentially maximum gaming performance, where the
Yes,
CPU.
If they would do their
CPU's
own
job is
like
to get out of the way of
event
the GPU.
outside of
And
E3,
is that great or what?
just announce an own stream, that would have like half the viewer count. With this, it's like, oh yeah, it's on the schedule. Might as well
Now
watch
look,
it.
numbers
for like
are
everyone
nice,
that looked at the
but
schedule already.
gameplay is much
Well,
better,
I
isn't
kind of
it?
miss the old E3 that was
So
actually
let's
made for
actually see
investors
a
instead
real-world
of like
use case for the 3900X,
average Joe.
not just for gaming. We're going to show you gaming, but we're going to show you what you can really do when you take the 3900X for a spin. And for that, let me invite Robert to the stage.
Good
Hey,
old
Lisa.
bear.
Robert, nice shoes.
Thank you, Radeon Red. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1080p is a wonderful resolution, and lots of people choose it. But if you're a nerd like me, I have an ultra-wide 120 hertz monitor on my desk. 1440p is where I play. I hear some cheers down there. Right on, right on. All right, so 1440p is a big deal because we want to drive more pixels, drive higher frame rates. So let's take a look at Tom Clancy's Division 2 running at 1440p. Just hit World Tier 5 myself, gear score 503. If anybody else plays, hit me up, right? And what you see is a very comparable gaming experience. But what you really see is the Ryzen 9 3900X, this beautiful, monstrously powerful 12-core CPU, delivering an incredible gaming experience. 12-core gaming chip, that's uncommonly powerful. But it's deeper than that.
I mean, for
Gamers,
less than half the
First off,
price,
they do more
nearly
than
the
just
same
play these
performance.
games.
But
So what if
yeah.
we played
That
this
is
game
just so
and
sick.
streamed it to YouTube at 10,000 kilobits using the
I don't see
slow
any
OBS
fucking
preset,
differences.
which is just a quality preset that's so far above what most processors can do. What would that look like? Let's take a look at the stream view. This is what a viewer would see if we streamed this game on both of these processors. Yes, we did start the stream for the other guy, right? Right? That is the magic
Slow
of a
preset, too.
12-core processor for gaming. You can do things that you couldn't do before. The other guy with 8 cores,
Hello.
sorry. All right, so let's take a look at the
10K
data. I want to
bitrate.
show you by the numbers what you just saw. And both processors, same frame rates, but a real gaming experience from
1.6
us
FPS, what?
and a smooth streaming experience for the viewer.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, Robert.
That looked kinda rigged, but to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone who's wondering why you need a 12-core processor for gaming, do you believe it now?
Yeah, because everyone
Look,
streams.
we are just taking
Yeah.
gaming and streaming to the next level.
It's true.
This is what we want to do.
It is
And
true.
now let's take a look at the Ryzen 7 3800X in action. You know, my point earlier was that at every price point, we're giving gamers something special. And this time, we're
baby.
comparing the 3800X against the 9700K across the same titles in 1080p. And what do you see? Again, you see just fantastic frame rates, well over 200 frames per second in most games at 1080p. And of course, you know that we have double the threads, and so the 3800X just outperforms and really shines in creative workloads. So
Oh,
that's
it's
the
the
Ryzen 7 stack, my
3800X
friends.
compared to the 9700. I was like, oh wait, what?
But look, I said I have something for everyone. So now let's turn to the Ryzen 5 stack.
Whoop.
And frankly, there are a lot of PC
More s-
users
oh, wait,
who
yeah,
might
those were
have
also
a
announced.
budget
My bad.
of,
I
let's
was like,
call
wait.
it $200 to $250. And the idea is to get the best processor you can get. And for that, the Ryzen 5 family is just a perfect fit. So these
Because
guys
it's
are 6
3600,
cores,
only
12
$200.
threads, Ryzen 5 3600.
Can easily put that in like a
3600X.
small server.
They have all the
Yeah.
benefits of the new tech.
Or
So
in
you
a
got the Zen 2 core, you got the new
proper
infrastructure,
tower.
and again, let me
Yeah,
show
so
you.
you can
how
literally
these
just
guys
game on that,
because they really
obviously.
game very, very well. Take a look versus a competition. This time it's versus the 9600K. And when you look, again, across all of these gaming metrics, the performance is frankly spectacular. It still has double the threads for creative applications, so you can do a lot with this guy. But as I said, we're all about showing you our products in action. So let's bring Robert back and let us show you Ryzen 5 for the first time. Robert?
All right.
Robert.
Yeah. Okay.
Robert.
I love talking about 12-core processors. I'm going to get a 12-core processor. but it's also true that most customers buy a
Pookie died.
$250 CPU.
Oh,
That's
no.
what people can afford. And so our job is to give you the best freaking processor you can get
Welcome back.
for $250. So I want to show you 1440p again, running CSGO. This is a very CPU-sensitive title that requires hundreds of frames per second. And we're going to show you side by side our $250 CPU with 6 cores and 12 threads versus theirs. And again, you see a very comparable gaming experience, upwards of 300
yeah.
frames a second. And any
Shoutouts
CSGO
to
player will
old
tell you that
Dust
every
2.
frame counts, because if you're trying to 360 no-scope
When was
someone,
this captured? 2
every
years
frame
ago?
matters. So for $250,
Oh, the map is, like, really old.
You're getting an amazing gaming experience for a really nice price, and that, again, for any customer, is how it should be.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, Robert. All right, so that was really great. Now,
On the new
there you
version, they have, like,
the
30 FPS, so
entire
they can't show the new
third-generation
version.
Ryzen stack. And this is leadership everywhere, from 6 cores to 8 cores to 12 cores, leadership at every price point. And so there is a Ryzen for every one of you enthusiast gamers. And all of these are on shelf July 7th, 7/7 globally.
Nice.
7.
Nice.
Just around the time I get my tax returns.
All right, so look, I know you guys are incredibly
Time to
excited
get that
about
12
Ryzen,
core percent.
but you know, it's time to go to the other half of the ultimate game platform. And now it's time to talk about Navi, our next generation GPU.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Hog.
Oh, Hogcha.
Oh,
Radeon.
someone brought up it's the CSGO thing was probably just a demo.
Yeah.
Redna.
Made in Taiwan.
Are you guys excited about Navi?
No.
All right.
No.
So look,
Yes.
Navi is now called our affectionate Radeon 5700 series. And this GPU is designed brand new from the grounds up for gaming. And like we did with
I need a Navi to
side
go to
Zen,
certain
it was
places.
really
Like we
our
did.
vision to take a fresh look
She was speaking
at
Uwu
the
there.
GPU architecture. The RX 5700 really starts with our brand new Radeon DNA or RDNA architecture. And this architecture was again designed from the grounds up, completely for gaming. And you might ask, what did we focus on? We focused on architecture, we focused on design improvements, we focused on delivering more gaming performance with faster clock speeds and more performance per clock. And all of this at lower power. Also with PCI Gen 4 as the world's first gaming GPU.
Oh yeah, PCI 4.
So let me share some of the motivation of our
Fast.
engineers around RDNA. Look, we've had incredible success with the GCN architecture around Vega. And do you guys love Vega? And it's done really, really well in the market. But frankly, we thought it was time to build a brand new architecture for gaming like we did on the CPU side. And our thought process was really, for the future of gaming, we need a flexible and scalable architecture to go across every gaming platform. And that means we have all new stuff. We have a new compute unit design, we have new caches, we have a streamlined graphics pipeline. But what that means to you from a gaming standpoint is that we are seeing a 25% increase in graphics performance per clock cycle and a 50% increase in performance per watt with RDNA. So are you excited about RDNA?
Redna.
Now, we love architectures, but we love products even more. So it's really exciting when you see the product in action. Let's take a look.
Oh, come on. God damn it. Me and the boys. Watching out for the bins.
Oh boy.
Three display parts. Nice.
Armed.
All right, E3, meet the Radeon RX 5700 XT.
It's quick.
She's not touching it.
Right?
She's not touching it like the Nvidia guy
Is that
on
gorgeous
the
or
PCIe
what?
port.
Yes.
Look at it.
All right, look, we are so proud of the 5700 XT, and all of you are going to fall in love with it as well when you hear all about the incredible engineering, both inside and out, on the GPU.
Drop it.
Now, what can I tell you? The 5700 XT is delivering leadership performance
Yeah,
in
just
its class.
give me one. I need to test
So
it.
there's so much for us to tell you.
Yeah.
Let me invite Scott Herkelman, our head of the Radeon gaming business, to come take it away.
Scott Hercules.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Thank you. All right.
Oh, here again,
Hello,
the fucking
Los
awkward
Angeles
handoff.
gamers.
Oh my
Hello,
god.
welcome to E3.
That was so...
I'm so excited for you to all be here. We have been working on this GPU
Oh.
for quite a long time, and it is a pleasure
hard
to
to see.
finally unveil it to you. I've been reading all the
Scott
Reddit,
Hercules.
Twitter threads. I watch all the streamers who talk
Redder.
about GPUs
The
all the
Redder
time. And there's
threads.
always these rumors, but it's more fun to just show you the product itself. So let's go ahead and get started on the specs. 40 compute units, up to 9.75 teraflops, 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, a boost clock of 1905, and a game clock
With the
of
balloon.
1755. Now, game clock is a new terminology, and that's what you're going to average see in a game on our game clock when you're playing most games. So it's a new one for you, and we'll talk to you a little bit more about that after the show. And then a 1605
The
base
holy
clock. But that's
holy
not it. We
trifecta.
didn't just stop there.
The
Of
best
course, it all
things of
includes
E3,
the
yeah.
RDNA architecture,
I don't think
focused
anything
on
can
the
top it off.
7-nanometer process, and of course, is
The
the
father,
first GPU, gaming GPU
the
in
son,
world
and the holy.
to support PCI
Oh,
Express.
just had a wild
4.0.
ride on spawn.
So now let's take a look a little bit under the hood. We've spent a lot
Jesus,
of
I
time and
didn't look
effort to
into Pokemon Go
redesign
since
our thermal
yesterday.
shroud for you. And the redesign of that application was for a few reasons. We want it to be cool and quiet. We also want to give you the ability to overclock this GPU to its full potential.
Vapor.
So this includes a power supply support connectors of one
Vape Nation.
by 8 pin
Vapor-
and
vapor
a 1 by 6
on-
pin for your power supplies. And then my favorite part of the thermal shroud.
Oh my
besides the
God.
design,
Fucking
is that
wild
it's made
Glavitar
for
spawn.
system, ready for
Fucking
most of you
Adventure
like me
Week.
who are
Jesus.
really looking forward to overclocking
I've
this
just,
GPU.
when I was walking around for
What do you think
community and
about
stuff,
that?
I'd never seen that. Pop champ, dude.
I've gotten like 2 or 3.
Now, that's all great,
Yeah, just
but
at
I
my
know
home
every
spawn.
gamer in here and every
Oh,
gamer
no,
on the
there's a
stream
thunderstorm
watching
coming.
was like, yeah, but show me the performance. Fine, I will.
Monkas.
Let's do it. Okay, let's go ahead and start the demo. This next demo is a
Maybe you
game
can
called
hear it.
World War Z. It's one of my favorite games that just came out in April. And if you haven't played this game, over 2
Grand
million
Bumper Trucks.
gamers bought and played this game across the world.
Gamers.
Fantastic amount of people for Saber Interactive to get into the game. Thousands of zombies run at you. You can stand behind a Gatling gun and mow them down. So if you haven't played it, you should definitely try it. Around the what you can see here on the right is the 5700 XT running in 1440p against the RTX 2070, the same product in its class. And an amazing result, 117 frames per second versus our competitors' 102 frames per second. What do you think about that?
What do you think
Now,
about that?
15 more
Just
frames.
in order of transparency,
Hell yeah.
this is best. So a lot of you know that gamers sometimes play on DirectX 11. Sometimes gamers play with DirectX 12 enabled. Sometimes gamers play with Vulkan. We've just taken the best
Gamers.
score from each of the GPU manufacturers, and we said, put the best versus the best.
Where's
So that way
DirectX
there's no
9?
trickery, and you can see that in its class,
Poor old
$99
games.
class,
Keep your
the
hands.
RX 5700 XT beats the competition and beats it consistently. Now, for our second
What's the Shrek
announcement
2
today
performance?
is a brand new product called the Radeon RX 5700. It's got 36
yeah.
compute units, up to 7.9 teraflops, also 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, a boost clock up to 1725, and a game clock of 1625. And now what you'll want to see
Teraflops.
next is where will this one be positioned? How does it compete against our competitor in a popular game? in this space, we know a lot of you play esports. So what I would like to show you next, and let's go ahead and roll the demo, is
Playing
Radeon
esports,
RX
yes.
5700 against the nearest competitor, the
I
GeForce
made-
GeForce RTX 2060.
I am
This is
esports.
actually Apex
I
Legends
am
playing at
decided.
1440p. And one of the most heaviest things you can do in Apex Legends is throw thermite grenades, and that's probably one of somebody's friends just really taking a whole bunch of thermite grenades right at their feet and burning them. But the ending result of the 5700 against the 2060 is 88 frames per second versus 72 in esports. What do you think? Very
Yeah, I
good.
love esports. My favorite game.
So now let's take a look
Yeah.
at the data. Again, fast, no matter the API. Their fastest versus our fastest, nothing to see here, but what you can, nothing trickery to see here for the gamers on and watching on the stream or in the audience. But what you can see here is that up to 10% faster than the RTX 2060 in the top 10 games that have launched in the last year. Truly leading performance in its class. Now, gaming performance is amazing, and I had to get that in front of you quickly because I wanted to get you excited about how much we put in just in terms of raw performance. All that comes from our new gaming architecture. All of that is a standard with our new RDNA architectures and all the features that we put into the process of making the chip. And of course, there's some other things I'd like to talk to you about, like game fidelity and gaming dynamics, some new features and feature sets that over the next few months, as you start to see this product in market, you'll see this adopted by our game developers that we will have on stage in a little bit to talk to you about. So let's go ahead and dive into the Navi GPU family features. So RDNA, Lisa mentioned this a little bit ago, is our brand new ground-up architecture built for the Navi GPU family, and the first products in that family
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
come standard on the 7-nanometer process, support for
Classic.
GDDR6, and again, first in the family of GPUs for gaming to support PCI Express 4.0. And then we also have two new features that we're launching with the Navi family, which is the Radeon Media Engine for 4K encode, 4K decode, and also FreeSync HDR support, and then the Radeon Display Engine. So that will support DisplayPort 1.4 with display stream compression, as well as a whole bunch of other features and cabling systems. So that way, as you look towards buying new monitors, you can use the Navi family of GPUs to get the best refresh rates, the highest resolutions, and of course, increased bandwidth to any virtual reality headset. So that's the Navi GPU family features. So, like many of you in here, you know that AAA gaming is the golden standard of any GPU. You care about high fidelity.
Boy.
How does the game look and feel when you're in there? High resolution. Can I play this at 1440p? Can I play it at 4K? And of course, all of those things combined with a fluid 60 frames per second gaming ultimately matters to how you actually feel in that game. So let's talk about one of the first new features that we're going to introduce today here at E3. So the very first feature is Fidelity
Okay.
FX.
Boy.
It
Honka.
is
Hearing
our
the thunder,
game
yeah.
developer toolkit that we provide on GPU.
Good night.
It's a website that we manage and run.
Moncast.
So that way game developers, a lot of them here at E3, can go to this website
Nah,
and download
just recently
Fidelity
was the
FX and use
strongest
all
one I have
post
experienced
processing
ever.
effects that make AAA games look great in
I
game,
can't know what
and
they
they
can top
start
that.
integrating that
But
into
probably
not
like
only their
a couple
engines, but
meters
also the games that they're building.
away from
So
a
we are
house.
announcing that today. We're
Just
here with
fucking
all the
exploded
fantastic
something.
game developers, and we even have a few on the
But
stage
it's
coming
good
up
we
in a
have
little
all
bit that I'll
grounding,
talk
like we
more
never
about.
have to worry about
But I
it.
wanted to do a
Lightning.
quick thing first. You'll want to hear more from them about it, but let me just show you what some of these effects look like on screen. So as you can see here, this is a racing
Americans
game, and we have Fidelity
disable
FX off
and put
and
like
on.
devices out
And it's
apparently
just a
still
total way to show you
one day.
that if you've
have
ever
a
played a lot of driving
thunderstorm or
games,
something.
you do know, and you want to see that street
Like,
below you.
oh
Where
my
are you out
God.
in the corner? How far are you away from the
I
corner?
don't
How
they have
fast do you feel
fucking
like you're moving?
grounding.
This is the new
So
RTX off
Fidelity
and on.
FX
meme.
provides that little bit of extra
Hell yeah.
in low contrast areas.
Why
where
is it
normally
green and
it
not
red?
seem a little blurry.
That's on.
We add that little
Uh-oh.
crispness and sharpness.
Oh, yeah, they
so
have
you feel
NVIDIA
like you're more
colors,
connected
not
in the
AMD
game,
colors.
and it's a very easy thing for us to do with this new RDNA architecture because we
What
have
the
more
heck?
performance for the game, and we're able to not only increase the sharpness but also implement it while keeping.
I
the
was
frames per
muted the
second.
entire time. Fuck
So
my
this
ass.
is a before and
job.
after of Fidelity FX off and on.
Oh my
Now
god.
let me show you a game that I'm sure a lot of you are anticipating, like I am, at the back half of this year.
Borderlands.
Borderlands 3. So Fidelity FX will also be integrated into Borderlands 3. And what we're showing
Borderland.
here is a little bit before and after. So you can see in that yellow box.
Is
there's-
it
if
me
you can't
or
see it
most
right
of the
now,
thing
there's
that they're
actually
showing
little, hexagons in there.
is like
and
so
honeycombs, if you
minute
will.
things that
And if you
what
turn
the fuck?
fidelity effects on, you'll see
Yeah.
that it
Yeah,
becomes a
for
little
example,
sharper
this
for you.
facility
And that's
FX
just
is
going to add a next level of
barely
detail to the game,
notices when you
virtually
play
for
the
no
game, I
performance
think.
hit at all. It's something that
Yeah,
as
You
graphical
won't
developers
improvement
notice
is-
adopt
this
this
if
inside
you
their
move
game,
fast,
it's just
especially in
gonna
a
add that really
racing
nice
game. What the
touch
fuck?
for your gameplay. So let's take a look at it side by side. It pops off on the
Yeah.
screen a little bit more for you. And we're super excited about this technologies. We have a lot of game developers signed up to not only implement this, but they agree with us. The agreement is you shouldn't launch a new feature in a game that hurts a gamer's performance and then do trickery to increase the resolution and make it blurry. Our commitment to you is always launch features with less of a performance hit and everyone can enjoy day one. What do you think about that? Now, if there's a game that doesn't or has yet to adopt Fidelity FX, we have a solution for you as well. It's called AMD Radeon Image Sharpening. Superior quality, no performance hit. This will be
Dynamic super
available the
resolution.
day the product is available in the market through our Radeon Software Adrenaline Edition. You can download it and enable it. It's going to give you pretty much the similar feature sets that Fidelity
Yeah,
FX
probably
will.
not.
See that same sort of nice crispness in games. And as I mentioned, we have data for you. Our promise and commitment to you is that when we introduce new features that increase the quality of your in-game play, virtually no performance hit versus our competition. What do you think about
Wait,
it?
no, that's not dynamic super resolution.
Very good. Now, esports.
Where's my 1%
a lot of you in here
performance? I
probably
want
like
it back.
me. You play AAA
I
games.
was searching for
you
the
play
asterisk in there.
We care about responsiveness. How fast
Esports.
between you and what you're seeing on
This
screen.
literally
Ultra
unplayable.
Respond, frames per second matters. You also care about streaming from your GPU to either YouTube or Twitch. Let your friends or
Esports
fans watch
gaming,
what you're
fluid
doing.
90.
And of course, a fluid.
Don't they
90
need
frames per
higher,
second
like
gameplay or more.
240 or
We have a
120
new
minimum?
feature and many new
At
features
least
in our software
134.
package that we're rolling out. But today, I would like to zero in on one that I think every Radeon gamer is going to right away. And this is called Radeon Anti-Lag. Let me talk to you about this feature. So if you love
Anti-lag?
esports
What?
and you love beating your friends at
Anti-lag.
esports, you now will have a chance to beat the GeForce
Radeon
GPU owners
Anti-flag.
at esports. So let me talk to you about
They're
that.
going in the music
This
business.
is essentially a new feature. As we all know,
Flag.
lag to a server when you're playing an esports game is one of the most frustrating things. And so we took a look at that and said, how can we improve the lag between the GPU and the monitor? And one way to do that is to take a look at how we deliver the software from the GPU to the monitor and see if we can mitigate some of that lag. This is the feature to do that for you. And
How
what I'd
can
like
we
to do
improve
is
the
bring
lag?
Robert
Just
back
make
up on
more
the
lag.
stage, explain a little bit about the demo and the feature and why esports gamers are going to love it. Robert.
Scott, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Robert.
Okay. So gamers all the time, they talk about getting higher frames per
Those
second
people
because
looks like they're
of
freaking
input
being
lag,
threatened at
or the time
gunpoint.
between clicking a mouse,
Yeah.
pressing a button.
They always
and
look
showing up
away
on the
when
screen.
the
There's a
camera's
name
on
for
them.
that. It's called motion to photon latency. Click a button straight into your eyeballs. At 60 frames a second, that's
Straight
about
into your
4
eyeball.
frames worth of lag. 4 frames, that's a lot. So let's show two systems with the Radeon
Depends
RX
on the frame rate.
5700 XT versus the RTX
Well, you said at
2070,
60.
both running at around 60
Oh.
frames a second. And in green, you can see
Yeah, 60.
that motion to photon latency. It's about 57 milliseconds from the time you press the button on your mouse or your keyboard to the time it comes out of the monitor into your eyes. Driving frame rates higher, that brings that number down. But what if there were a way to decouple the frame rate from the input lag? You could make that input lag lower even at the same frame rate. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable Radeon Anti-Lag, and you'll see that on the RX 5700 XT. You're going to drop to about 44 milliseconds of input lag, which is a full frame and a half of improvement without, over what you would have without this feature. So if you're looking for that competitive advantage in Dota, League, CSGO, where every frame matters, this technology can do it for you.
Very good. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, the 2070 is struggling at 54 frames per second too.
I highly suggest when you buy a 5700, you just turn it on, you don't tell your friends, and see what they say. So let me just show you some data before and after. So these
Tell
are
your
across the most
friends.
popular esports games using our brand new RX 5700 XT, both on and off. And
They
you
have
see
to
on
put in
average-
lower
on
is
average,
better
you save about
to make
31%
sure
of
people
latency.
understand.
Click to respond
Yeah.
on the stream, which is fantastic.
Why is there no
In a very popular
Counter-Strike?
game, Fortnite, it can be up to 35%. So
Oh
if
my
you're gonna
God.
share with your friends who have Radeon GPUs or the competition,
Because it's not working in
turn it on,
Counter-Strike.
and then
I had a fucking
so
lightning, like,
top of the leaderboard.
light up, like,
Okay,
forward
so
fucking this window.
the real reason why
scared.
all of you are watching here is how
Jesus,
much
it was
this
bright
gonna
as
cost
day.
you.
For like 2
Don't
seconds.
fucking,
I
Pricing.
think that's
just don't
that's okay.
fucking put your hand outside, Jesus.
Good.
You won't die.
I don't have my
Okay.
head outside. I have a
Leadership
window that I can
performance
look
in this
outside.
$499
Just don't
segment.
stand near the window and you
The
should be alright.
Radeon RX 5700 XT will be available for $449.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Oh,
That's $150 cheaper than the 2070.
Oh, that's 2070 pendant.
Leadership
2070
performance
founders,
in
yeah.
the $399 segment. The Radeon RX 5700 will be available for $379.
What?
I'm
Holy
getting an
crap,
AMD.
dude. Time to
I
switch to
am super excited
AMD.
about this.
Yep.
I'm super
Yeah.
excited to bring you the best performance per dollar in the industry and without hurting your
It's
frame
like
rates with new features and
1,200 max for a
technology. I think that's what
complete
you
build.
deserve, and I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
happy to bring it to you finally.
And it's a high-end
This-
gaming build.
very soon, which is July 7th,
Oh, yeah.
which is my other announcement. So,
Just
Time
in
to
time.
order.
lining up
July 7th.
our complete ecosystem at AMD for all gamers. Brand new CPUs, brand new GPUs. You, in the back half of this year, can play all of your games with all of your settings turned up and enjoy a fantastic experience from AMD and the AMD
The new AMD
group
motherboard.
that is in charge of gaming. So I'm super excited about this. But there is one more thing you're going to get from us. And that next thing is we have a fantastic partnership with Microsoft. As you saw yesterday in the announcement they made yesterday, but we're also announcing today that when you buy a 5700 series GPU, you will be able to play Gears 5 and another 100 other PC games, and you can also get that same bundle with select Ryzen CPUs. What do you think? Does that sound great?
What do you think?
Very good. Now, I quickly went through some performance data, some new features. I talked to you about pricing and availability of the products, and a little bit about a game bundle you'll get when you purchase one of our products at day of launch. But there's an expert here, and there's a whole bunch of great games behind my segment, where you're going to see some brand new, for the first time ever, gameplay, and you're going to talk to the people helping us make sure that all
Calm
of the
down,
features
Chief.
that we just described
Sorry.
to you are implemented in the games. Some of these
Super
are the big
excited.
names in the industry.
No,
You'll
it's
see
just a
that.
bottle.
I'd like to bring
Just
on
a
stage
bottle.
with me to introduce them. Jeff Keeley. Jeff?
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so great to have AMD here at E3. I gotta say, amazing price points, and you guys are just rocking it here.
Yeah,
with
we're
all the
ready to go.
announcements.
I think the back half of this year is going to be all about AMD. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I mean, it's awesome to be in, the new PlayStation, Project Scarlet, Stadia, and then PC, which we're talking about today with all these great products. It's great to see, and I'm sure everyone's wondering about the content that's going to be
Yes.
powered by these devices, which is great. And
Video
Good
games?
thing it's E3 because it's time to look at games. I think.
What?
Actually,
E3 and games? Well, that's new.
Wow.
People here in the audience and watching on the stream probably just want to say,
That's
show me
illegal.
some new stuff.
Yep.
Let's show them some new stuff. What do you
Oh,
think?
I
We got
just
some new
noticed
stuff, and we're
the
gonna take a look at some of the
Z
amazing
in
games that we're gonna
Horizon
showcase for you
is
guys.
like
Seven.
showcasing
Awesome.
a
Well, thanks,
7,
Scott.
yeah.
That's great. All right, see you soon. Take a look at
I
this.
haven't paid attention to that. Chidagu. I mean, whoa, hold on. Getting more excited about this. It's good game.
So who's building an AMD so I can
Oh yeah,
play
that
test?
video, I saw that
Game
already.
Unity.
I definitely eventually.
All right. You guys ready to see some games?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. We have an amazing lineup of developers to come out here and showcase some titles coming to PC. You got a little taste of it there, but first of all, I want to welcome
Is
to the
this the
stage
better, gonna be
from
better
Coalition,
PC gaming show?
Rod Ferguson, studio head, and Mike Rayner,
Oh,
technical director.
good
Come on out, guys. Rod,
Forza people.
good to see you.
Oh, yeah.
How's the tap?
Oh, the coalition. I understood coalition again.
The
Like,
stage
what?
isn't going to open.
What is
Where's the
co-carnage?
pyro, right? Sorry. All right, but we have some pyro on screen for you with some pretty amazing PC footage of Gears 5. Gotta say,
Gears 5, okay, but
Gears, as you said yesterday, had a
no,
big
that
day
was-
at the Microsoft press conference. It's been a year. You announced it last year. You kept the powder dry until E3 here, but you came strong with a lot of stuff. So what is E3 about for Gears 5 this year?
Well, really, E3 this year is about
Because the
three
powder
things.
dries
It's our
in
announced
their
date,
nose.
launch date, which is September 10th. And in PC Game Pass as well.
Yes.
And it's also about the debut in Escape, so our brand new mode. And then it's really about talking about our pre-order and our Game Pass, incentive, which is around the Terminator Dark Fate character pack.
Yes, that's very exciting. So, we know we're going to see, I think, Horde at Gamescom, here E3, Escape. Tell us about this. It's a 3-player co-op mode, right?
That's correct. It's a 3-player, sort of an aggressive co-op mode. You plant a venom bomb in the heart of the hive. So this poison cloud is chasing you out, and you have to fight through all the monsters to get outside. And it's 3-player split screen as well as 3-player co-op, and we're supporting 3-player split screen on PC.
Okay.
So you'll be able to do that as well in your own home.
Now, Gears is a franchise that has always been known to me as a technical leader with what you do with Unreal Engine. I mean,
Cool if you can split it up on all these 3 monitors.
Ago, I mean, it was just blowing people away of how
really
visually beautiful games can be. So tell us a bit about sort of technology in Gears and Gears 5. I mean, tell us how are you pushing the limit?
Well, fortunately, I brought the right person for that with our tech director, Mike Rayner, who's doing all of that. So I'll let Mike talk to you.
All right, well, Mike, let's talk a bit about Gears Unreal, on the PC, because Gears 4 had a great PC version, mouse and keyboard support. People were very happy with that.
Mouse and keyboard support.
Maybe talk a bit about the PC version of Gears 5, which is coming alongside Xbox.
Good night.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
A little bit further on PC.
Well, being a visual showcase is at the top of our list as we're thinking of Gears 5. Not only do we have increased graphics and compute power, but we have all new shaders,
GTA IRL.
technology,
Big
all
dick
rendered
energy.
in HDR with 4K and ultra-wide resolutions. We've enabled a ton of
Probably a
options
Fortnite
for
player.
players to customize the game for their gaming rig, and all of this really helps us to optimize for the PC gaming experience. We're really excited to push
Okay,
the
that
hardware
thunderstorm went away
specifics
really
and
quick.
deliver the best
Nice. It
experience
was just one thunder.
All right.
Lightning.
Great thing
I
to
hope
talk
it's not
about.
coming here.
Yeah, I'm not. It
That's
was
the
just so
first
surprising
version,
that
I
was
think, of
in
Gears
front of my
5
window. I
on
saw like
PC.
really
Tell
bright
us,
lightning.
maybe walk us through kind of
If
what
you
we're
would be
seeing
in the
there, what you're
field
seeing.
with a golf
this
club
scene really
trying
shows
to hit
off
the
our
ball,
huge
then
use
I
of
would be
pixel
worried.
scattering,
But
high
Yeah.
quality depth of field with bokeh simulation and temporal anti-aliasing. A scene like this in the past we would have often rendered
audio
offline as a
balance.
video,
Sometimes
but
they're
everything you're seeing
wide,
here is
some-
rendered in
oh.
real time on
Yeah,
yeah, I
PC
know, right?
hardware. Demo
The guy
device
who
is
is
pushing
on
quad
the
HD resolution,
audio
HDR,
board. It's just
and high
heart
frame
isn't
rates.
shaking.
But
Oh my
the screen
god.
here can't
Guy
really
on the
resolve
audio
all
board.
of it.
I sleep.
It's Michael J. Fox.
Real-time cinematics.
Oh yeah.
There's a
They took Michael J. Fox for the soundboard.
And the cinematics were unbelievably beautiful. And then all of a sudden, a few years ago, the gameplay was in 4K, but the cinematics were in 1080. And you were like, "What's going on?" Like, I'm actually going to go back, get away from the cinematic. I want to get back into the game.
Yeah.
And so with Gears 5, we wanted all the cinematics to be in 4K. We want the game and the cinematics to feel the same.
Really? So
Yeah.
all real time?
Everything's
Wow.
real
Yeah,
time.
it looks fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. I gotta say, that's cool.
Gears
that
5,
even all the
500
stuff you were
gig.
saying yesterday, it's like that's all real time. It's just incredible. Amazing. All right, so this is what's cool also is you're showing this on AMD powered technology here for PC, but as we know, AMD is inside the Xbox One S, the X, and as announced yesterday,
No
Project
real
Scarlet.
shit,
So I was
just
wondering,
I
Mike, if
sleep.
you could kind of talk about the fact that there's AMD across all this. Does that allow you to sort of optimize across everything a little bit better?
Well, it's really fantastic for us because we have similar feature
I need to
sets on both Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
We can spend
Have a
more
good
time
one.
using the game
I
and
did
less
this at this
time
game.
on siloed development where we're kind of focusing on one platform over the other. It allows us to spend more time polishing the game, and it looks great and performs fantastic on both platforms. What's really great is having AMD hardware in both places really allows us to deliver on having the best experience no matter where players want to play it. There's also features like adaptive sync, which is on the PC, which is a really cool option for us now on the console.
No, the only thing that needs to be happening is that there's a game that I really enjoy playing. Otherwise, all the new cool hardware and features it doesn't do shit for me. Because if there's no new game I enjoy, I can't play it.
Maybe he read my tweet.
Well, on PC we have completely uncapped frame rate, so it'll go as fast as your
The guests are really quiet.
All right, well, that's what we like to hear. It looks absolutely incredible.
It's just the
Gears
entire
5 PC
thing is quiet.
coming out in September.
And just to be clear, like, so because of the bundle with the Game Pass, PC Game Pass on the cards, that's the way to get into our tech test in July. So everybody who gets the card, who gets PC Game Pass, can also play with us in July.
On PC, you'll be able to play in the tech test.
Absolutely.
All right, so July, that's coming soon. Sign up now. All right, Rod, thanks so much. Great to see. Gears 5 from the Coalition.
Might do the upgrade for
Xbox
AMD.
Game Studios. All right. That was pretty good, but we got more for you today because it's E3. Our next guest is a man who needs no introduction as executive producer at Gearbox Software. He and the team pioneered the looter-shooter genre, and they're aiming to shake it up again with the much-anticipated return of Borderlands 3. Take a look at this.
Borderlands.
Hell yeah.
Border Skate 4. K-Kona.
K-Kona for life.
K-Kona. K-Kona for life.
Mayhem is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage executive producer of Borderlands 3, Gearbox Software's Randy Pitchford. Randy?
Oh, damn, I thought he would be there.
Sick dubstep, let's go.
In the house. All right,
What a
so Randy,
motherfucker.
Borderlands is the king of the looter-shooter
Hey, don't
genre,
judge the
and
game
moment
because
you
one
announced
person fucked up.
Borderlands 3, it certainly
Yeah, I
became
mean,
one of the most
his
anticipated
game
games
can be
of
still good, but it's
2019,
just him
and
being
now
a
you're
motherfucker.
here at E3 on AMD's stage. AMD was with
quite
you
funny
at the
that they
review,
found
now
a
you're
fucking,
here at AMD's stage at E3. Can you tell us a bit about how your team at
USB
Gearbox
stick
is
in a
taking
restaurant
advantage
with
of
his
the rise
information
in
in
Radeon
fucking
technologies in the game?
child
Jeff, I am
diddling shit
so
to
excited to be here. I'm going to take out this
Oh,
moment to
motherfucker.
call out some cool tech features that usually we don't get attention for in a typical marketing for a game like ours. So if we look at the screens, I'll show you some of the cool things that gamers can expect in Borderlands 3.
Let's do it.
Now, one of the exciting things that we can do in Borderlands 3 is we can leave
Everybody
our
in
home
chat,
planet
epic
to visit another
Resident
world.
Sleeper.
At one point, our adventure is
I'm
going
not
to
paying
take us
attention
here
to chat.
to Promethea.
Yeah,
You
I
can
have
see
the
that Promethea is
conference always
surrounded
in
by an
full screen.
asteroid
I don't care.
This gives us a really cool opportunity to show off some pretty clever and awesome
Chat is
light
just
simulation.
idiots
in
being like,
Borderlands
oh, but
3.
Nvidia is
In this
better.
time-lapse sequence,
Oh,
you can
but
see how the
Intel.
asteroids
Yeah,
flying
Intel.
by occlude light from
And
the
No,
Nvidia
star,
probably.
creating
Chad is right
shadows
about
across
the
the
epic
surface.
Resident
And
Evil,
as
no?
asteroids fly past, the light from the star will be able to peek back
I didn't
through,
understand that, but
illuminating the
did I hear
environment
epic?
with the light of day.
I mean, yeah.
As you can see how natural
Good
light
that they
and
bought-
digital
More
light
competition
interact.
is always
You can
good.
see how technology and creative design can
No,
work together to
not that
create an
competition.
interesting fiction and a stunning image. Now back on Pandora, I want to show you some evidence of our investment into the future of display technology. and how
Pandora.
powerful
That
hardware
was
and
where the
software
Avatar
can unlock a new
movie
range
played.
of fidelity.
Yeah,
For televisions and monitors that support it, high dynamic range provides for a
Avatar
greater
2?
spectrum of luminosity than we've ever experienced
Isn't
before. It
Avatar
allows
2
for
coming
brighter brights, darker darks,
2021
and a
or
range of color
2020?
and light that is as close as we've ever
It was
come
delayed
to
so many
simulating on
times.
screen what the human eye can actually detect
2021, and
in
then
the real
there's a new
world.
one.
In order
Every
to help
year
show off
till
these
8-bit
different
Avatar
we've
5
simulated
and
the
then it's
effect
over.
here. Now, without
How can
HDR,
milk a franchise?
this is what the scene would normally look like.
Just look
It's
at
pretty
FIFA.
nice.
They said
Bring
after
the
the first
brightness up.
movie,
Scene in HDR.
yeah, after the first
Much more
movie they said
vibrant
it
and
will be
alive. You
5
see the
movies in
difference?
total.
Well, look again. Back to standard,
And then we
and
never
now
got a
with
second one.
HDR.
They're
One more time
literally just
standard
bringing up the
and
brightness
HDR.
and the
I hope
contrast.
it won't be long before all displays offer high
Good.
dynamic
Kinda what
range.
HDR
But when
does, though.
Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th, technophiles like me with HDR
dynamic
screens are
range,
going to have
yeah.
very happy eyeballs.
specific colors
One
way
more
more
thing I
vibrant
want to
than
show
others.
you guys. I'll take you somewhere new. This isn't Pandora or Promethea or Eden 6. This is Athenas. And we'll talk more about Athenas later, but I thought this is the perfect environment to talk about some of the great features possible with Borderlands 3 through our collaboration with AMD. We've been working with AMD to incorporate a technology suite called Fidelity FX. Fidelity Effects is a collection of high-quality post-processes that we can use to make Borderlands 3 look even better without sacrificing performance at all. It takes advantage of the latest features of Radeon RX 5000 series GPUs to accelerate performance, including the use of rapid packed math. Now, just one example of how we're using Fidelity Effects in Borderlands 3 is contrast adaptive sharpening. The dynamic
Is it just
sharpening
me, or
filter
is the
draws out
video
detail in
kind of
these low contrast
stuttering
areas while improving
for some
image
reason?
quality and clarity and maintaining steady frame rates. When designers, artists, and programmers at Gearbox Software work together with AMD engineers on Borderlands 3 to combine sophisticated technology with handcrafted, talent-driven art and design, the results are simply beautiful.
All right, that's a little sneak preview.
Maybe
Very
Twitch is
exciting.
kind of broken, but
Randy,
how are you?
I can tell the Borderlands team, has been working
Just
hard
do /raid
to get
if
even
that's
more
the other
players
function is
to
not
join the
working.
army of gamers who are big
Maybe
fans
Twitch is
of the
broken, can be.
franchise, and it looks
I have
incredible.
multiple
Yeah,
reasons.
I am so excited to invite everybody here at E3 to join us during the show. We've got a
He's looking at
massive
him like,
Borderlands
"You
3 booth, which is
motherfucker."
front and center in the main
Go into
South
your
Hall.
chat
There are over 100
and then just types
AMD Ryzen
slash
and Radeon
host
powered
and then
game
my
stations
name,
set
then
up
you host.
to give as many people as possible here at
FFCAP
E3
is
the
currently a
chance to
little bit
hands-on
broken.
with Borderlands 3 before the
Dustin is
game
fixing
launches
it.
on all platforms on September 13th.
Cool.
And this is just a taste of our collaboration
Oh,
with
that's hot.
AMD. I'm
That's
pleased
hot.
to announce that Gearbox and AMD Studios have signed a multi-year
for the
agreement so that we are
raid.
kitted out with all of the latest
We're
hardware
just
from
chilling here
AMD
till like,
that
I
we
don't
can
know,
use for
5
development and
5
testing
a.m. or
of all of
something.
our Gearbox
till
games.
all
It's
of
going to
the
ensure
E3 stuff
that
is
the
over.
best experience for
So
game,
if you want to
games,
see
from
E3
Gearbox
and you want to have
is
some
on the
people
best
talking
hardware
about the
on
stuff,
AMD hardware for years
watch.
to come.
All right, seems like a pretty strong partnership between
Also,
AMD and Gearbox.
I know
we can't
a
wait
person
to check
now
out the game
that
during
gets a
E3.
tier
Is there
3
anything
sub.
else that you want to
Lul.
share with us?
Well, I thought since they gave us a moment here, I'd also bring some never-before-seen gameplay footage. You guys want to check out something that
All right,
nobody's seen
more
yet?
Borderlands.
3?
You guys are taking over E3. All right, what are we about to look at?
Okay, so we're at E3 going to let people play as a new Vault Hunter for the very first time. This is Mose. Let's roll the video and we can look at her. Now, she is a gunner character and she is a badass. Mose is right now my favorite new Vault Hunter in Borderlands 3. We're going to start by showing you a little bit of her skill tree. I think the people streaming at home will freeze frame this and look at all the details of all the stats, figure out how to min-max this character. But Mose is a mech pilot. She can get in this Titan that she calls
Who stays
Iron
long
Bear.
enough, I'll
She
have
can kit
one
out the
more
Iron
to
Bear
give
with all
out.
kinds of cool augmentations,
Iron Bear,
modifications
roar.
as
So,
she develops her skills in the game. You know,
keep
Borderlands
being
isn't
here
just about
for
shooting
the next
people
few
with bullets,
hours
it's also
and you
about
have a
levels
chance
of
to win a
power.
tier 3 sub.
And with the Iron Bear, Mose can kit this creature out with all kinds of badass equipment. Flamethrowers, machine guns, rocket launchers, even badass fists. Here's the Iron Bear in action. We can see Mose using a configuration that we call bottomless mags, where by switching between her minigun and her flamethrower, she virtually never runs out of ammunition. And she can rock and kick ass. Hey, that was Flak mounting
The UI looks very
Iron Bear.
clean.
You can actually
Yeah.
get a
I like
special
it.
augmentation so that your co-op buddies can jump in and mount your vehicle. So
This
Mose
is
is
fine.
in the cockpit, and one of your friends is
the
Flak,
game
and the
get
other
released
characters can
again?
jump in and use the turret.
September.
We just took out a big ass
Okay.
effing dinosaur.
That's
It's pretty
In
rad.
September I have to
A
play
lot more
all the
gameplay
Borderlands
coming up.
games.
Go to the
Because
floor
I've
and
never
check it out
finished one.
yourselves.
Awesome. All right. Well, Borderlands 3 is here in full force, and we
That
can't
was
wait
finished.
to play it in September.
Definitely
Thanks
not.
for being here, Randy.
I'm so psyched. Thanks, you guys. See you down at the floor. Cheers.
Awesome. Thanks,
All
Randy.
right,
Appreciate it,
all right.
man.
Yeah.
Good to see you. All right. Two big action games right there. And now we're going to
Nice.
another great partner of AMD to give you kind of a preview of where technology is heading next. Let's talk about Unity and the Unity game engine, which has been incredibly important
Heck
to
yeah.
a lot of developers.
Game
This
engine I wanna
company's
get
engine
more into as
powers
well.
remarkable games across PC, console, mobile, and the cloud. More than 2/3 of
Damn, so
VR
you're
and
gonna
AR
be a
experiences
asset
are made in Unity.
Oh my
Practically
God,
every
please,
gamer
Steve.
has enjoyed games built
Yes.
with
Oh,
this
yeah.
technology. From the
Soon
world's
I'll
most
be
wide
adding
real-time
5
3D
emotes to my
platform.
channel,
Yeah,
so
game
tier 1
Technologies,
channel, so
please welcome
When is
Vice
Roblox
President of
Battle Royale?
Graphics,
So like,
Natalia
Do it.
Tatarchuk.
Tomorrow.
Natalia,
Oh, audio.
What is this
Great to see
audio,
you.
man?
Welcome to E3. All right,
He's
well,
still
you know,
asleep.
Unity is a driving force in so many of the games that people play today. You know, when I think of Unity,
Shining
Pokemon
Stage running
Go,
at
I
5
remember
billion
Beat
FPS,
Saber, which
let's
I've
go.
been playing. Oculus Quest is incredible. You play Beat Saber. It's such a great game, and even Oddworld Soulstorm. Lauren Lanning, I had him on my show yesterday. You guys are, you know, a lot of developers turn to Unity to help them realize the visions for their games. Why do you think developers work with Unity?
Well, not every developer has the time, the resources, or frankly even desire to write
so
their own engine. It's quite a
He's so
complex
quiet
task.
again.
And most importantly, they should.
And then your
They've
headset is
got
gonna
a
get
phenomenal
burned off
vision for their
again.
project, be it
And when they
And
real
fake
time experience that they want to
music.
build. And they
Random
need the right
music,
tools
10
to make
times
it
louder than
happen.
everything else.
And that's exactly where Unity comes in. We give teams of all
May
sizes
the
access
Natalia
to
please
powerful
speak up? Please
and
speak up.
approachable technologies that make it possible for them to actualize their
Burned on
vision, to
for
make
what?
it happen.
Absolutely. And, you know, I know
For
your
sleep.
team is
Maybe
very
because-
committed
maybe
to
because
solving
you don't
hard
care.
problems for developers, making games look as great as possible. Can you tell us a bit about what's coming down the pipeline from Unity, a little sneak preview?
Definitely.
Okay.
My team lives and breathes every single day the goal of creating best-in-class graphics technology, performant, state-of-the-art
30 more minutes and
visuals,
kind of funny showcase.
as well as intuitive
Yep.
and great
It's gonna
artistic
go
workflows
fluently
that you
over.
need to create your content. And that's always our driving
When
force
is it gonna
in
be
everything
streamed?
that we
Kind of
do.
funny games, I guess?
HDRP
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
latest advanced graphics
you're right.
tech that's actually going to offer a massive jump in
Who's doing the
graphical
kind of funny
realism
game?
on PC
When does it
and consoles.
At
But
30
it has
minutes.
advanced
Half an
visuals
hour?
with fully
Yeah, they're normally
physically
they're
based
just
rendering,
normal
as well
like
as amazing uncompromising
games.
GPU performance.
Not really games
These
journalism. They
tailor-made
just
for
do
ambitious,
it better in a way
high-end
that just.
titles. Games that are going
Why
to
is
be
your
authored in
stream
HDR
title
Discussion.
are
E3
going to
2019
be able
Square
to
Enix
achieve
press
the high
conference?
fidelity,
Kinda funny
high
react.
performance.
What?
Yeah, because it's
quality
gonna.
the players frankly are craving
No,
and
This is
Square
what-
Enix
expecting
is
out of
before,
next gen.
after theirs.
It really
Yeah,
unlocks the
I don't
creativity
know.
of the vision holder to achieve variety of looks, be it photorealistic like what you see here, to maybe Pixar-like or something very different.
Don't worry, they'll do something.
It's amazing to see how far
Ooh.
game graphics have come. And you know, earlier
Oh,
Lisa
that's
talked a lot about
sick. I
hardware
mean,
and how
CD
hardware is
Projekt
pushing
Red
games,
is
you know,
pretty
further
good.
on the
And
GPU and
they're
CPU
that
side.
kind of
I'm curious
type of
for your
studio
perspective
that
from a software
is
engine
still
point of view,
in the
what
work
are your
of
teams doing to
we
kind of
bring out a
push,
game when
games
it's
further?
finished,
So Unity
and
focuses
we're not
only
bringing
to
out
push
tons
the
of
overall
DLCs
graphics industry
to
forward.
make
And
money.
to do that,
We bring them
start
out for
from where it all
free
begins,
because we
with the
think
creator. We
if
want
the
to
game
give
is
the
good,
creator
people
the
will buy the
freedom
game.
to simulate reality,
I like that.
be it a forest or something else, and then let them take whatever path necessary,
Simulate
pun intended,
reality.
to make it happen, to realize the vision. And AMD, of course, drives that on the hardware side by delivering the Ryzen and the Radeon technologies that give developers huge canvases to work with, the performance that they can run on those platforms. We're doing that on the software side by expanding what Unity can do. So, words are wonderful, but a picture is worth what?
Oh,
So
get to
many
see-
more
we
words.
get
So
to
let's
see
take a
some
look.
footage. I'm into that. All right.
Let's
The
take a look
fun.
at an example of what HDRP can
This is the
deliver.
place. Doesn't look like much.
I'm warning you.
Audio.
Oh, boy.
Hello. I watched the video already.
Fucking mixing, dude.
It's rendered in Unity.
Go take a look.
That's not a game. There's just a fucking.
Tech demo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very impressive tech demo though.
Conquer?
Yeah, got it.
Conquer.
So here, you are looking at a real-time experience called
God.
The Heretic.
That was quiet
That
again.
is rendered in real
that
time
Vin
in a
Diesel?
1440p in 30 FPS on consumer-grade system with a single GPU. Something that you could easily walk into Best Buy, grab off the shelf, and bring it home. But each frame showcases the strength of HDRP to its fullest. Now, Unity demo team relied on cinematic quality effects in HDRP to make this vision come to life. State-of-the-art physical camera-based post-processing stack, advanced real-time area lights with full
You can
high-quality
literally make
shadows,
full,
GPU-driven
close to real life
VFX
movies
to the
nowadays,
max,
just with those
unified
engines. It's
PBR
impressive.
volumetrics.
Yeah.
You see it
It's
throughout
mind-blowing.
all of the demo. It's what makes it come to
Oh shit,
life.
BRB, my
Complex
doggles are
materials and
hungry.
so much more. I mean, the reality is I just don't have the
I mean,
time to fit
could have
all
done
the
that
features that we actually use
previously
to make
already,
this happen.
but now
And what
you
it
can
does is
actually
it's
get
really
close to
starting
real life
show the next-gen
performance
level
and
of
get them to render
experiences
close to real
that
time.
gamers will be able to
close to
achieve
real-
in
close to
Unity.
real time.
Wow, it looks phenomenal. This is a game I definitely
Okay,
would love
Speedy,
to
thanks
play.
for stopping by, and good night, man.
Thank you. I actually
hope
can't
you feel
wait for the
fall asleep.
extension of this IP.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Now, this remarkable visual quality
Square
is
Enix
only
is
doable
important.
first
Wake
and
up at Square
foremost
Enix,
because of
dude.
efficient execution. Each of these features needs maximum.
Oh yeah, the kind of funny showcase. I think it's gonna be
HDRP is, of
exclusively on
course,
YouTube.
deeply optimized
That's
for
why.
the latest generations of GPUs. This is
Here,
including
I have
current
the
latest
link.
shipping GPUs as well as available consoles. But we also worked closely with AMD
More than
to take
60
Do you already have a
advantage
pre-show?
of
No.
the new GPU
Ah, it's a
features
video
of
again, okay.
next-generation architectures.
Is it
And
Premiere?
one example
Not
of such
sure.
effort
Yeah, it's
is
Premiere.
the
Yeah.
ability to
It's a
render higher
premiere of a
resolutions
video.
with
That's
greater
a
scaling
way to do it, I
performance
guess.
and quality, which
Hello,
is
Benny.
built based on AMD's Fidelity FX
What do you
algorithms.
want?
Now, upscaling seems simple, but great upscaling must be fast. It needs to be high quality. And what that means is you need to dial in just the right amount of sharpness without creating aliasing or artifacts in the final image. But you also want to preserve all of the soft gradients that are present in the original frame. We also have a fixed budget, so many milliseconds to spend on graphics and other things. And we can choose to do many great things. You saw all the features in the demo. And a great upscaler gives us a lot more room to do more. We worked very closely with AMD to integrate a highly optimized GPU-focused technique called contrast adaptive sharpening, or CAS, into Unity's latest post-processing stack in HDRP to deliver, frankly, the best-in-class upscaler experience. Now, let's take a look. Here we're going to zoom in on a frame which was rendered originally in native 4K. And now we're going to compare this frame, the details in that eye, to a standard upscaler, something you'll see in a current game, the Catmull ROM filter. Blurry, not as sharp, loses details, a little low res. With CAS, the image is crisp, details, maintains the soft gradients that we actually want from the original frame. That is perfect. That's what we want. The CAS technique takes advantage of the Navi's latest and greatest GPU functionality. You've heard about rapid packed math, progressive waves, to deliver faster performance.
Jeff Keighley's just standing there. What does this mean?
I'm into it. All right.
Rapid
The
pack.
new slogan of E3.
He's like, I don't understand what she's
whatever it
telling
is,
me
it's
about
absolutely
it.
incredible.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people want to know
Absolutely
when is this going to
incredible.
be available? When are we going to get to play games that look like this?
The proof is always in the pudding.
Yeah.
It's true. So HDRP itself is shipping production ready in 2019.3 this fall. This also will include AMD's CAS and an updated post-processing preview package for the V3 post-processing. Like Lisa said, the future of gaming is everywhere. And Unity is focused on enabling real-time experiences for all creators. No matter how ambitious their vision might be, with great visuals, amazing workflows, and incredible performance. And personally, I can't wait to see what the game developers will do with that power.
Yeah, it's awesome to get a glimpse of kind of where games are going to be in the future, because you look at that visually, I'm like, that's something I absolutely want to play. All right, Natasha, thank you so much for being here today. Unity, Natasha, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, thanks so much, everybody. All right, well, next up, we have a guest that raced over from his press conference that just concluded, Ubisoft. Ubisoft has a long history of making some really incredible games, and it's my honor to introduce to you man who founded Ubisoft with his four brothers, Yves Guillemot, and also Noureddin Aboud from the team Ghost Recon Breakpoint. How are you? Great to see you. How's everything?
Loud.
You made it over in time. We were a little worried because you just got off stage, right?
That's right.
Yves
Yes, we
Guillemot.
just finished our show, and we hope everyone will love our games. You in the
Just
room.
finished?
And
It's like an hour ago.
Oh, it's a great
Is
press
that not
conference.
live?
You guys might have been in line outside, but
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
me, go
That's
watch it. Some really
Just, an
amazing
hour
content,
ago.
as always.
The time to
You guys
get there,
have
you know?
Such great games.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you
Probably
Yves,
the
about
stages
the
are not
partnership with
one beside one
AMD,
another.
and maybe you could
Like
tell
an
us a
hour
bit about
apart.
how you guys have collaborated in the past and
maybe.
moving forward.
Yes,
It's
actually,
all
the
in
team
the
at
people,
Ubisoft always want more powerful machines, so that
Does he
they
even have
can
a mic?
deliver on their creative vision.
Don't
What
think he has a mic.
AMD is bringing is incredible.
It's
for us.
Ubisoft
And
power.
AMD is a
Yeah, he has a
great
mic.
partner.
It's
so we
under.
have the
Is it
same
under the
goal.
chair?
Yeah.
Make great gaming experiences
Oi, oi, oi.
more accessible, whether you are playing on a
So
console,
Should I
it's
cut
difficult
off?
to listen to.
or in the cloud. So that's
Awesome.
Oh.
Yes,
really.
you're all aligned.
Are
around
you
that
congrats
vision.
for reaching
Yes,
level
so
Some
5,
weird lightning thing.
bloggers?
the games that you're able
but
to
not
create,
connected to
you know,
like something.
powered by this hardware are just incredible. And
higher up.
Nordine, I want to talk a bit to you about Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Obviously, announced a few weeks ago, and more content here at E3 around this game. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about, you know, what you're bringing to E3. What can you tell us about Breakpoint now that the press conference is over, so all can be revealed?
Yes, Jeff. We wanted to give everyone a sneak peek of what we've been working on with AMD. And we wanted to show everyone how beautiful Ghost Recon Breakpoint is going to look. We are fine-tuning the game for the Radeon RX 5700 graphics so that the gamers on AMD get the best possible experience. And we're also tuning the game for the Ryzen 3000 processors. Today, we're going to share an exclusive first look at a part of the game.
Wow. All right.
Game doesn't look bad.
Looks incredible. So again, running on PC with all the new AMD
Oh,
technologies.
damn. Dressed got retweeted 2 times by Twitch
All right, well, we
TXT.
look forward to seeing much more on this game
Oh,
and
yeah.
taking people to sort of new places. Can you maybe talk
Here,
about sort of the area that we're
those
seeing
two
and the
different
content that we're
ones.
seeing there?
Yeah, so in the game,
Finding something.
the gamers a new and exciting playground called the Aurora
Farming
Arctic
Simulator
Plateau.
Battle Royale, might be
Is the home of the tech giant Scale technology. You will find
easily
out that the
get,
island has been taken over
retweeted
by a
by,
military group called the Wolves, led by an ex-brother-in-arms played by actor John Berental. The game has a huge scope and features a brand new set of gameplay mechanics. It's an intense military survival experience with fully customizable characters.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Breakpoint.
So, what do we see here? Here you see
No
Fury, one of the many possible ghosts you can create, moving around on Aurora. That's our playground.
Man, that
As
movement
you can see,
animation
we are
is
leveraging
trash.
Radeon's ability
Yeah,
to power
I know,
asynchronous
man.
compute and special
Yeah.
effects like dynamic vegetation, volumetric fog,
She looks
and
like she
screen
shit
space
herself.
reflection.
I want to say
As you
that.
can see, we are reaching new levels of realism. And Ghost Recon will only look better on the AMD FreeSync 2 HDR with a wide gamut of color and no stutter.
Gamut.
Actually,
Gamut.
we've been a strong partner of
Fucking
AMD,
gamut of
and our
color.
teams are
Jesus
collaborating
Christ.
closely
French
to
people.
make sure we are squeezing
Definitely.
every last drop of performance out of the
I fucking talk
Ryzen
French.
and
Fucking
Radeon
goddamn
hardware.
it.
Wow. Well, it looks, the game
They
looks
can
incredible
give more
before
effort to
now. I
this.
mean, looks even
Oui,
better
oui.
seeing this
Fuck.
footage of it powered on PC.
Ah,
Like
oui,
this.
oui, oui.
It's great to see. So only gets better, as we always say, right? Every year. Congratulations, team at Ubisoft. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. I know
Imagine
Lisa's
being
gonna
German
join
and
us
French.
now,
That would be a
back on
horrible
stage as
combo.
we wrap
Oh my
up
God.
this look at the
You would
future of
struggle.
I'm gonna
games
prep
and
the volume to
technology.
like 25%
Thank
already.
you, thank you, thank you so much for being
No, okay.
here.
Second.
You guys are just
This was
amazing.
not an awkward
Thank you
Just
very
amazing.
much for everything you bring.
Absolutely, Norman. I think
It
Ghost
just- we
Recon
need
looks
this channel.
fantastic.
What-
Does it
what
look
is that?
fantastic?
Action figure.
Asset swap.
All right. Thank you very
What
much.
is it?
Great to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Man,
Lisa, what a
Jesus,
yes.
show.
that guy.
Oh my goodness. It has been a great day.
It has been a great
It has
day.
She's
really,
big.
really been great. And you know what we said about making sure that the developers really see what they can do with the
You can't
technology.
judge
It's
people
not
because
just
they're
hardware
fat,
for
alright?
hardware's sake. It's really hardware,
No,
software,
what? No, that wasn't
platforms,
about
all
it.
of that. So
No, it's what I love about games
No,
is
he
sort
said
of, you know,
she's
this
big.
idea of games being this blend of entertainment and technology, and
She's
the
back.
technology from a company like AMD
she's back,
helps
not
all
big.
these folks realize their creative vision, push things even
Understood.
further. And I love that you gave us a little sneak preview of like what games are going to look like in the future on all these consoles, since you're pretty much powering everything now.
no, you said that. Not
Hey,
me. Look, Jeff, you are incredible. I
Remember
know this is
Jeff.
such a busy week for you, so thank you for being here with us at the show.
I'm happy to be
Jeff,
here, and
Jeff,
before I
Jeff,
go,
Jeff.
I got something special for you, Lisa, because some of the fans, you know, lots of people like to do, you know, mods for PCs, but some of the fans love you so much that they made this, which is Lisa Su as a superhero. I wanted to give this to
Oh,
you
hell
on
yeah.
behalf of the fan
Hell yeah,
community
that's cool.
for AMD. They love you. Lisa, isn't she so amazing? Lisa Su.
God damn it.
Okay, this is a little bit embarrassing, Jeff. You may need to take this with you.
Okay, I'll take this backstage with me. Lisa, stage
Thank
is
you.
yours. Thanks, everyone.
Don't
Have a
talk
great
to
E3.
me or my daughter ever again.
I don't think I've ever had a little figure before. I don't know about that. Look, we love E3. It's been so much fun
And
to
she's
talk
screaming
about
again.
pushing the limits of hardware
No,
and
the mic's
software.
peaking.
What do you guys think?
Project Scarlet. Even I can't see 60 inches.
I hope what you see is that you can really accomplish amazing things when you put the best minds in hardware and the best minds in software and the best minds in the ecosystem working together. So today was really about bringing all of those capabilities together and pushing the envelope in high-performance gaming. Now, you know we covered a lot of ground, but you know I always like to save a surprise. Or two, maybe. Are you ready for a surprise or two?
Surprise.
Okay.
Delta
Well,
room.
hey, look. Are you
Delta.
guys excited about the 5700 XT and the 5700?
Yeah.
Are those great GPUs?
Yeah.
And guess what?
Come with
I
We
have
worked onto
one
24
more
core.
GPU for you today.
One more GPU.
All right,
this the
my
2080
friends,
killer?
my friends. This is a very special GPU, and it's in honor of our 50th anniversary this year.
XT.
Oh, cool.
Is it bent? What is that on
This
top?
is the 50th anniversary edition Radeon 5700 XT. Now, is this incredibly gorgeous?
Looks like the other, just with an XT
now,
on it.
I know it looks pretty, but you also want to know what the specs of this card are, don't you?
Yes.
And this card is the best of the best. The highest performer of the 5700 series at 40 compute engines and a boost clock of 1.98 gigahertz.
Oh, she's shouting.
He's going crazy.
The mic pipe.
Now,
Welcome
we
back.
are super excited about this
In my
special
fucking
edition,
ears,
and it's
dude.
going to be available exclusively on AMD.com at a price of $499.
Holy, what the
That's
fuck?
still like 700. No, still 200.
For
Okay, guys, but you know,
$1,000, you get
I
like a
have two
sick
kits,
PC now.
Right. We have
Yeah.
our GPUs and our CPUs. So if we had an extra GPU, we have to be fair. Right?
We have an
And we
extra
also have to
CPU?
have an extra CPU.
I knew it.
Oh,
24 core, let's go.
So, I know you guys have all been wondering
16-core,
what
the
is the
3850X.
best of the
18.
best of Ryzen.
You think
So
18?
earlier,
I
you
think
saw
18,
the
maybe.
4900X.
64, let's
Was
go.
that just an amazing...
128
64 core consumer CPU.
And now I'm happy to say yes.
for
AMD is
$699.
not only pushing gaming beyond 8 cores. We are not only pushing gaming to 12 cores, but I am so proud to introduce today, for the very, very first time here at E3, meet the world's first 16-core gaming processor.
16 core, dude.
Damn.
This is the 3950X, okay? This is the best of the best. It's 16 cores, 32 threads, the highest boost frequency in our stack with a boost up to 4.7 gigahertz. An amazing 72 megabytes of total cache.
Oh my god.
All of this at 105 watts.
How?
What? How?
699.
For $699.
Incredible
Come on.
performance, incredible
500.
power,
Half the price
best
of
of
the
the best,
990K.
and you can expect to
No.
see Ryzen 9 3950X for gamers
700.
around the world this September for $749.
That's so pretty good.
That's so cheap, dude.
That's
AMD
like-
one.
That's like an industry
So,
level almost,
look,
right?
we love to have fun at AMD, so we took this guy for a spin over the weekend here at E3. Take a look at some records being broken.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
records with the
It
new
wasn't even
Ryzen
that
third
loud
generation
compared to
39.
the
Oh,
others.
let's see the 20,000 Cinebench score.
Nitrogen cooling the part way down, and see what we can
Let's go.
So we just dropped the temperature
Liquid
down.
cooling?
We're going to try to
Yeah.
modulate it here
Liquid
in a
ox-
This is
certain
liquid
range.
cooling.
We've set the
Liquid
BIOS
nitrogen cooling.
for
Yeah.
the CPU voltage, and we're going to do everything else in Ryzen Master. So we're going to
Wait,
set
are they going to
5.3.
9
I think
gigahertz?
Ahmed already clicked the button.
Oh my god.
Okay, so... Okay, go.
It's running.
Jesus.
Oh my Oh my god.
What the hell?
Jesus Christ.
15,000.
Was that great or what?
Oh my
All right, look. We have had so much fun this afternoon, but now I really do need to wrap up. So
I'm getting
I hope you
800
get a
on
feeling
Cinebench.
of how excited we are. We are so proud of our upcoming.
They
Ryzen
just announced the
2000
most
CPUs and
OP
Radeon
CPU and GPUs.
Yeah,
Intel
together,
can
they are
fuck
gonna
off
be
with their
amazing
shit, dude.
platform
And
for
it's
gamers.
cheap as
And
fuck.
what I said is we want to put the best technology in every
kinda
gamer's hands. And so when
hope
you
they
put
will bring
these
out a
products together,
5800
we have a
at some
leadership
point
PC platform
to just like
for
stomp
every
on the
one of you out
2080.
there. Leadership at every price point. That's our commitment,
Just like not
giving
initially.
gamers the best
CPU-wise, they've
everywhere.
won.
And we can't wait to
Like,
get these products in
there's
your
no doubt.
hands. The entire
GPU,
lineup
like,
will be
for
available
that
on
price,
shelf
obviously, it's
worldwide
good.
July 7th.
Loud.
Yeah, they compared
We
that
hope
to the
you have a
Intel CPUs
phenomenal
at 1440p,
summer building and
120
gaming on
FPS.
Ryzen and Radeon. Thank you.
I just tweeted out. Remember when I wanted to a 3900
4K
X? Scratch that.
120
So you gotta
FPS
get it.
monitor.
What was it? 50?
So that's why they took 1440p.
What was the model number? 5700? Oh. The model numbers are confusing. What was the CPU's number?
3950X.
30.
Chat was 777.
Bro, is still a fake. Can you repost the link to the stream?
Yeah. There you go.
Next one.
Okay. Yep, that's the next one.
Here's in 10 minutes.
It's gotta be in. They say about 60 in.
Fucking YouTube, garbage ass motherfucker.
Yeah, they.
It's just
Link
a
out on the
video.
fucking Twitch.
It's just a video.
Yeah. We'll see how it is because they had some exclusive contract or something with YouTube. I think like YouTube Gaming was tweeting it out.
Huh. Squares at 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what? I cannot put it in the big screen. Alright, okay.
So I'll be muted now on board. Till this starts. Intel does not appear, I think, on E3.